sound.
I mean, the BIOS is in English, which is a bit odd.
Yeah.
And all the title cards are in English, so maybe...
Well, those are just going to be brands, so they have to be whatever they... Oh, I'm already excited. This is already the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right, yeah.
This is everything I've ever wanted.
Oh boy. Do I need to do anything? Like, should I touch buttons?
I don't know, man. Just let it be. Let's just.
Oh, probably like content warnings if you've got like, I don't know, epilepsy or anything. I feel like it's that sort of game. In Lunacy, the Savage Dream. In Azure, in Leisure, the Sonorous Dream. In Linking, the Sapient Dream. Oh boy. Okay, okay, here we go.
That was the greatest beginning I'd ever seen at anything ever.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds so good. Sample that. Let's sample that.
What's graph? Okay.
Let's not worry about what graph is.
A reminder, circle is select.
Yeah.
Audio is a bit...
Yeah. It's alright. It's a janky game.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
I am in control, by the way.
You're not?
No, I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just in case that wasn't clear. Can I look down? No.
You playing the pad or the keyboard?
Pad. Like I said, circle is select.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay, triangle. If you hold triangle, it looks up.
Okay.
Square is down.
Okay.
X doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, let's not do that. Triggers, I guess 180. No? What is going on here? Oh,
I think you made it out the door somehow.
did I?
I guess.
Audio is really quiet.
Well, the door said WC, so it's loud for me. Well, it's not loud, but it's a good.
I like, you do a 180 and then you walk right with the right trigger. And opposite if you do the left, so that's weird. Yeah, same with the shoulder buttons. This is so utterly...
The volume sounds okay to me.
I mean, keep in mind I've got a mixer here that I'm trying to...
Right. Oh, on the stream it sounds okay.
Oh, okay. Can I interact with you? Where are you going? Oh.
I mean, don't expect like a game. Expect
No.
just keep walking outside and things to be weird. As far as I'm aware, it's like the more you play the game, I think you go to sleep and wake up again, and like the environments just get odder and odder.
When did this come out? I don't know when this came out.
Ooh, long ago.
This feels like a greatest excuse of like... This feels like such a... like, a student at university has to make a video game and like just like faffs it all together at the last minute. It's like, no, yeah, it's a dream simulator.
It's 98 still. Yeah, basically you can only move and touch objects that will warp you from place to place.
Okay. There's no sprint button in this game. 0 out of 10. Imagine pitching this game to a publisher. Hey, I mean, there is a game called Seaman, you know, so anything's possible in the video games industry. That had Leonard Nimoy as a narrator, because you looked after your seaman, so, you know. Video games industry is a weird place, man.
Basically, it's like each level is like a dream, and each dream can last up to like 10 minutes.
Okay.
The player begins each dream in a random area which they can begin exploring, or walking into any object, or walking through certain tunnels. You'll be transported to another setting.
Oh no, I'm coughing. This isn't good.
Uh-oh.
I don't have enough food in the house if I've got COVID.
Right, so that graph apparently rates the dreams as being an upper or downer or static or dynamic. And after like each day, one of these levels, these dreams get like logged in your graph.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's more like it than my kind of dream. Let's talk about dreams, people. What's your reoccurring dream? What's your reoccurring nightmares?
Yeah, that's a good topic.
I have a reoccurring nightmare. I had it last night, in fact, where my teeth are like all mushy and they begin to fall out of my head.
That's a really common one.
I have a thing about my teeth as well. So it really, like, I wake up and I get a bit, like, it takes me a while to feel good about myself.
That's like a known, like a global phenomenon, like kind of dream. People like all over the world have that dream all the time. And I think it's something linked about like nerviness and worries and stuff. It's like stress.
Sure. Oh. Oh.
So that was a day. That was one sleep. That was one dream. Yeah, you get the Gengen. Gengen gets the teeth falling out. Yeah, I do too. Hi, Gengen.
Hi, Gengen. Just sliding on in there.
Sliding in for LSD.
Everyone's here for LSD.
You came in the right time.
Do you want to take over for day 2?
You play for a bit more. I'm reading. Just got in and turned on the vape. Nice.
Anyone read Japanese? No, too late. What? Okay. Let's see if that screen comes up again.
According to this guy.
Nope.
Yeah, this guy. He never set out to make games. He basically just wanted to make contemporary art, and video games was a medium that he was exploring.
That's kind of interesting.
And for some reason, Sony decided to like
Sony.
do that.
God bless them. Like, the thing is that
God bless them.
like, they will fund some of the weirdest fucking shit. Like, I mean, if we're being honest here, David Cage should have died like a penniless man. Yeah, and yet somehow he's usually leading the console generation to like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human and Beyond Two Souls or whatever. And it's just like, and Sony's just like, yeah, man, you want to make a video game where it's got Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe, and it's like there's like spirit animals and shit, like fucking shit, yeah. You want to do like an Android video game and like how it's like bad? Oh, you know, androids are almost like human stuff. Fucking shit, yeah, go for it. You want to make a video game where a journalist fights off home intruders in our underwear, and turns out all to be a dream, and it's just kind of like this weirdly pointless and very sexualized sequence because you were worried the player was getting bored.
So let him do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, whatever. Let David Cage just grow off the leash.
Yeah. My ex-boss at the place I used to work at, he's been in the industry for a while now, and he would tell me anytime the subject of David Cage would come up, he would tell me how incensed he was about the fact that David Cage was able to make a game with David Bowie and he wasn't. Like, and also that it was David Cage of all developers that got that opportunity. Infuriated him to no end. And to be honest, I can kind of get that.
Right, so just reading about this. So the guy who made it also made the soundtrack. Basically, he didn't really want to make his whole thing was like, he didn't want to make a game. He didn't want a game with objectives or anything like that. He just wanted to make something that kind of represented in some sense as like natural human existence. He said he cannot be reduced to a simple objectives. So therefore, like, it should be about exploration and experiencing. And apparently the ideas were pulled from somebody's dream diary, dream diary written by somebody else, another game designer.
He was the indie before, well, not the indie before indies, but man, he was ahead of the game.
This is exactly the kind of shit that I expect from a Japanese artist. It's awesome.
What about you, Orthoes? Let's talk about your dreams, your nightmares.
I definitely have the teeth one.
Uh-huh.
I definitely get that one. I often dream about school a lot. Never university, always school. Always being back at school. And it's always that I somehow find out that it turned out that I've like failed an exam that I forgot about or something like that. And I have to go back to school and repeat this thing. And it's just like embarrassing and like, oh shit, I have to go back and do maths. Fuck. Yeah, I have that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have one which I haven't had for years now, but it used to recur a lot, where I'd always have one where like something would be happening and I'd be shouting for help, but my voice would disappear and I'd be like sinking into the ground.
Oh,
I used to have that a lot, but now I don't have it. These days, my dreams are much more like weird. Like I dream about being a pirate the other day. Sometimes I dream about like they're always like very movie-esque. Sometimes I have dreams where like I'm a cop or something, and like me and Axe are like on the hunt for something. Oh, I had a dream about you the other day. What were we doing? we were up to some kind of shenanigans. It was some kind of like cop drama, I think, and we were buddy duo and something. I often have dreams like that. And there was this one time, I think I told you about this. I had a dream about watching a movie. Like the whole dream was me watching a movie, but it was a film with Ryan Reynolds in it and Robert De Niro. I think I told you about this, right?
I don't remember if you did.
This is one of the tweets that I need to tweet. I think this is a cracking movie idea, personally. But basically, the premise is Robert De Niro is, of course, a mob boss, right? Doing his thing.
Of course.
And his daughter, who Ryan Reynolds is currently seeing. Now, Ryan Reynolds hasn't met Robert De Niro yet, but Ryan Reynolds is also a hitman for the mob. So Ryan Reynolds and Robert De Niro know each other through work, but don't realize that they're connected through the daughter until the daughter brings Ryan Reynolds home, and then they opens the door, and then Robert De Niro is like, "Oh shit, you're the hitman that I hire sometimes," but the daughter doesn't know what either of them do. So it's just like weird shenanigan hijinks that then ensue between Robert De Niro and Ryan Reynolds.
It seems shocking that movie hasn't been made, but it sounds kind of like a mix between like Mickey Blue Eyes and Meet the Parents.
Yeah, it's genius. Who doesn't want to see this movie? I have a recurring dream that I still have my retainer. Oh, your retainer dream. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm throwing it away in a dream.
Hey.
9% of dreams are trash, in my opinion.
London Bridge.
I'd happily get that dream again. Oh, do you guys ever get an incredibly physically weak dream? Yeah. Like I had ones where like I'm fighting or doing BJJ or something, but like my grapples or punches are just so weak. There's a really modern indie game inspired by this called 2:22 AM on it. Oh, okay, cool. I'll check that out. Thanks for that.
Strange.
You run faster backwards in dreams than I do forwards. Yeah. That's weird. I sometimes have dreams that like where like I get stabbed or shot or something. Which are weird.
Yeah. I get school dreams as well. But it's never around exams. It's always just kind of, it's just I'm just back in school and I'm just having to deal with the bullshit day to day of being back at school. It's never an exam, and I'm always usually like my current age as well, or like a couple years younger. Like I'm way too old to be in school, and I'm worrying about being in school, and then it always ends the same way. It's like I'm always at my lowest point in the fucking dream. I'm always like fucking miserable, and I go, wait, what the fuck am I doing here? I shouldn't be in school, and then I wake up and I feel exhausted. It feels like a bit of like a real fuck you, just absolutely ruin my sleep.
Yeah, worst dreams are the mundane ones.
I remember having a dream when I was growing up and going to school and stuff of like I was part of a very shit Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine gang, and just like
nice.
It was just in my street though. I wasn't going anywhere exotic. It was just in my street. And the entirety of the dream, I remember this quite well. The entirety of the dream was like I was outside my house. I was locked out, and I was like just trying to go get in so I could grab my bag and get into the mystery machine and like fuck off and like do stuff. And I'm like talking to like Velma or something. I'm like, I can't get into this fucking place. What the fuck am I supposed to do? And she's like, well, we're gonna leave if you don't get your shit. And it's like, well, just hang on. I just like I want to come with you guys, but just like I need my shit before I go. And I'm like, it's like what feels like 45 minutes in the dream of just like standing outside my door, being like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And then I like turn around to Velma and I'm like, wait a second, what the fuck am I doing here? And then I wake up. I was so very bitterly disappointed in that dream that it started off quite well of, I'm part of Scooby-Doo and the gang. And then it just ends rather pathetically of just like, I'm stuck outside my house as I'm getting ready to go on the main dream adventure. And I just wake up. A fucking useless dream.
I hate dreams that you like missed the fun part.
Yeah.
So you played this game before, Buster? Ooh, sounds spooky. The Violence District. Touch the car. Yeah, I hate it when like something cool is going to happen in the dream and you're ramping up for it and then you wake up or some bullshit happens and like when you're about to have an awesome sex dream but then you wake up. That's really annoying.
Oh, I had one of those where like I'd been watching Game of Thrones and I had like a real Emilia Clarke and it's like, oh yeah, and then I just like I'm walking over to her and I fall through the floor because she's like in a tower or something and the floor's just like missing. I just fall and I break my and then I wake up and it's like, oh well, shit.
Mother and dragon.
If only I had seen it. If only I saw the gap in the floor.
I have, yeah. There's tons of random events. Sometimes the same places have different textures. Oh, it's cool. Nice.
I wonder how like, what's the word? Like randomly, like if there's any kind of like random generation going on. How
I think there is something about
how dynamic it is.
The textures are dynamic or something. So it can evolve. I often have work dreams as well. I often have dreams about coding, which irritate me. Like I have dreams where I get stuck in a loop.
Sure.
It's a fucking nightmare. There's nothing like getting stuck in a for loop. My sex dreams are getting closer to completion as I get older. I feel like I'm developing the skill to stay in them longer. Nice. I used to have dreams I'd go to restaurants, order food, get it, sit down at the table, and the food would be gone. Oh man! Oh, that sucks. Oh, dreams are weird.
Yeah.
They're getting close to recording your dreams. They're getting close to that.
I don't know if I want my dreams out there in the world. You know.
Wait, no, you have to share them. Although that's gonna be a whole new Twitch channel.
Oh God. Can you imagine people fucking with your dreams as you're like as I'm watching live. I remember. I've only ever had like a lucid dream once, and it was only for like a couple of minutes, and I broke out of it. But I remember the other times, like one of the things people tell you about when you're dreaming, if you look at your watch or you try to read something, it'll be like incomprehensible or like backwards or something. And I remember having a dream where at one point I was like, wait a second, I think I'm in a dream. And I went up to like a street sign, and I could read it fine. I was like, oh, I guess I must not be in a dream then. And I just went back to being in the dream for another few hours. And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? I was in a dream.
That is weird, because there are certain things, like, for instance, you almost never see yourself in a dream, like in a reflection or something. But one time recently, I saw myself in a mirror in a dream, and it freaked me the fuck out. But, like, my proportions were wrong, which was really weird.
Sure.
But yeah, that was the first time that ever happened. I'd never been able to see myself in a dream before.
I wonder if it's very contextual, or not contextual, but if maybe it differs in some ways of like, is it possible that I pulled something from, like in my dream, I pulled something in my head to like put like just a common street sign there so that I would be able to read it rather than it being particularly,
I mean, probably. I guess. I don't know.
I bet there's stuff like that. I feel like dreams are like, it's like the thing with dreams though is that you're relying on people coming back and being like, yeah, this is totally how dreams work. Or, I mean, you know, obviously people studying the mind as well. Whereas like, probably not the most, you barely remember a dream when you're coming out of them. So I can't really imagine people are going to be that helpful of giving you information that's like relevant to you.
Yeah, you have to get that stuff down like immediately. I wonder what I'll dream about tonight.
That's a good question.
On the whole, I think I have quite good dreams. They're always like, apart from when I have work dreams, which are boring. Other than that, they're usually interesting settings, weird stuff's going on, usually some kind of an adventure, or something funny. Sometimes I can have like scary dreams, but I don't have like nightmares anymore, in the sense that they don't bother me, they don't freak me out. Like they used to when I used to be a kid. I can wake up and go, oh, that was unsettling.
I feel like as I've gotten older, my dreams have gotten more distressing. Like I feel like I couldn't really tell you the last time I had a mild or happy dream. They've all been pretty savage.
What to stress about?
One of the things that has actually been somewhat worrying me recently is that like I'm starting to have like I'm having like longer periods where I'm struggling to like discern that I'm actually back in reality. Like I've come out of the dream, and like there's a good like 5 minutes where it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm just in this foggy state, and I feel like I can't quite know what's real and what's not, because like it feels like almost like the dream has followed me out into the real world. It's this weird fucking thing. I do not like it.
That's a cool premise for a horror game.
Oh, what, dream following a nightmare following you out into the real world.
Yeah. I mean, it's not particularly unique or like new, but
no,
you know, I like it. Anyway, I feel like my dreams rob me of my sleep. You guys need better dreams, man. Although I do often have dreams about ghosts. I dream about ghosts a lot.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know why. There's always ghosts coming to get me.
Oh yeah, back in here now. This is a long dream. This is
yeah, it's a long night. Long night.
Oh, just
there
ended.
We go. There's your graft. That was an upper.
Couldn't tell you the difference.
Right. Give me a go.
All right. You should have control.
Yep.
What is shake? Oh, I guess it must be vibration.
Oh yeah. Day 5.
Yeah.
Gotta go. All right. See you, Base.
See you, Base.
Thanks for stopping in. Really great to see you again. Have a good evening or afternoon or whatever the time is. Ah, no problem, man. Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Always great to see you, Base. I'll see you hopefully next week.
You too, man. See you next week. Is that a pool?
It's very much like a Minecraft hole, isn't it?
What happens if I walk into it?
It'll just fall.
Oh. Oh, that's it. And then you wake up. Interesting. All right. Fair enough.
Very odd game. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, back here. We go. Oh. Flying elephant this time.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Oh. Shit, it's popping off in this dream.
I feel like you're getting faster.
Yeah, you sometimes you get a bit of like a jaunty speed on the go. Don't know what causes it. Is it like maybe double tapping or something?
No, seems just a normal walk.
You know what we need to play, actually, now that I think about it? Fucking Katamari Damacy.
What's that? I've heard that.
You must have. No. You have
unless you're saying it weirdly.
Katamari Damacy. Na 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 na. You know, you're the giant ball that's rolling around picking shit up.
Send me a picture.
You never know what you have to have.
Where are we now?
Is it this one?
This is like I'm inside a Magic Eye painting. You guys remember Magic Eye? That sounds familiar. Can't place it though. I'm gonna have to actually take a picture.
Okay, hang on. Send you a. Katamari Damacy always seemed like a bit of a fever dream.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking digging the sumo room.
Yo! Yo, yo, yo.
I want a sumo. It's like I'm being inside a Magic Eye. Whoa. Now what happened? Who's that guy? Ah!
This feels like it's gonna be a downer.
Fuck that shit. Don't touch me. Is it still there?
I sent you a photo. Immediately teleported from sumo room to a throat. Very, very optimistic of you to think this is the throat and not the upper end.
No, I don't know that game.
Really?
Yeah, I think I might have gone inside the sumo wrestlers.
Katamari Damacy is class. Definitely need to play that now.
It is very intestinal, isn't it?
Yeah. We must go through the anus. Oh.
Oh, end the dream.
Very sudden. Bit more of a downer, but still quite dynamic.
I don't know about you. I'm fucking digging this. This is this is so up my alley.
This is a very good, chill and talk to people. Oh, shit. Can I get the Google Translate in time?
No.
Oh, come on. Where's Japanese? No! Fuck. God damn it. I assume it must just say something, you have no dreams this night or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Pack her up, boys. We're going through the rear.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay.
Is that person slowly sliding towards me?
I think so.
I don't like that at all.
Embrace it. Embrace the person. Go on. Embrace.
That's terrifying.
Ease the person. This is a pretty jazzy world.
Let me go over here.
Oh, there's some
talk to those guys instead. They look less threatening.
That look rad.
It reminds me a little bit of that TV series, Happy.
Oh, is that the Jim Carrey?
No. Oh, that guy's gonna be. I don't know what the actor's called. It's like a weird thing where like the guy can see his kid's imaginary friend, and it's like hyper violent.
Oh,
it's kind of fun. I quite liked it. It was like a really quirky cop drama, I guess. That was quite funny but dark. I want to go up there.
Then go up there, my man. All you gotta do is believe in yourself.
I'll try. I'm believing. I'm believing. I'm believing. Ah, I'm going somewhere.
Very Crash Bandicoot intro music. No, it's Bubsy 3D.
It does look like Bubsy's 3D. It's a nightmare.
Get me out of there. Get me out of here.
All back to Throat World. Game, there's so much to see in this game. So much to see and do. It's exciting. Oh. It's weird. Back in the creepy area. Try and talk to one. Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my lord!
Don't want to see that. That's a real downer. This is definitely a downer dream.
God. That was horrible. I think I'm traumatized
now.
But this is where that man was. Have you counted that one before? Yeah, God, let's go fuck that shit. Note to self, don't talk to the women. Head fell off. Ooh, is that a house? Is that over there? I'm slower again. Oh no, no, I wanted to go over. No!
Just like a dream.
Just like a dream.
Pulling out before your time.
What's that over there? Something flapping about. Oh, just your average spindly thing. A throne. Oh, getting real fast. Sure, fine. Can't sit on the throne. God, the music here is a bit jaunty, innit?
Yeah, not kidding.
It's like a bit unsettling, but not like super unsettling, but a bit.
It's giving me a bit of anxiety listening to it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I always thought that might be like an art installation I'd like to make. One about anxiety. Like to build an atmosphere that purposely puts people basically in an anxious state. Like using really disrupted sounds, claustrophobic spaces. I had this idea to use like directional microphones and like heated spots and things like that, so that there might be a path through a room which would be like pretty much fine, but basically a minefield of these like hyper anxiety spots. So if you keep stepping in them, you basically get like assaulted by just uncomfortability.
If I want to get someone in an anxious state of mind, I just need to like bring them into a room, sit them down, and look them in the face and just say, you know, I think your rent is overdue.
I forgot to pay rent this month.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I remembered like a day after or 2 days after.
I got direct debit. Ain't no way I'm dodging my rent obligations, unfortunately.
Whoops. Normally I would have direct debit, but because I used to get paid at weird days a month.
Sure.
It wasn't very convenient to do that because it wasn't when the rent was paid. So I had to do a bit of fiddly stuff. And I just never bothered to set one up.
I'm doing alright. I don't... Wait. Yeah, you're doing a good job, guy. Nice. Can you go to the other side of the ball and, like, pretend you're kicking it to him?
I'm going to find out it's ahead.
That'd be even better. This is my kind of dream. That's all you. All you. At some point, you know.
Oh, I thought maybe their head would fall off as well.
Oh, you're back here.
Oh.
Oh, walk into the light.
It's not quite the same.
No, when I say there's like a tunnel, a light in the end, this wasn't really what I was expecting.
It's like that room in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Man, I love Matrix. I haven't seen the Matrix in ages.
We should stick that on for the watch party.
I wonder if that's on there.
No, it's not, but I can live in hope.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, if it's a good movie, you can assume that Amazon Prime doesn't have it.
I mean, like, they have, like, one good movie every now and then. They can only have one at a time.
Yeah. Exactly one movie, otherwise the world explodes.
I mean, they do better for new releases, alright, I suppose. They do get a lot of cinema releases to rent. The rent stuff is usually okay. But the problem with the watch party is that it's only what's in the library. You can't rent anything.
Which I guess makes some amount of sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but just, like, let people have fun. It's not like I'm being paid for it anyway. Maybe it should be like small streamers are allowed to like watch whatever they want, and big streamers are restricted.
As soon as you begin monetizing your stream.
Yeah. So the smaller the library you get, the bigger you get. I think that's fair because then it helps bring people to a small streamer, and then when they get too big, then they don't have access to that stuff anymore. That's probably not very well thought out. 2-second thought on something.
Make you Amazon CEO for 2 weeks. See what you can get up to.
Oh, what can I do with Amazon for 2 weeks? God. I guess pay everyone.
Very.
I guess I'd pay everyone, and I'd give everyone holidays, and yeah. Oh, and I would I guess I wouldn't need all the billions.
I mean, I can just imagine you walking into Jeff Bezos' office or whatever, and just finding the button that's self-destruct Amazon and just pushing it. You're like, fuck it.
We was about Yahtzee Croshaw the other week. You know he made a video game.
It's worth making a video game right now, I believe.
He made one before. I didn't know.
Oh, he's made tons. He was doing a game every 2 weeks last year, as
insane.
To try and get some inspiration to finish the game he's currently working on. But before that, we did
Are any good?
God, I wish I could remember what it's called now. He made a game based on the zero punctuation stuff before, which is whatever. But he did make a horror game. It's this 2D
I've heard about this.
horror
Chico
game.
Something. Or Chico or
What was it called?
I've heard about this. It's a point-and-click game.
Yeah. God, I wish I could remember. I remember that not being terrible.
I heard it was it's popular. This guy.
He during that thing last year, he actually made a game that I actually was like, man, that's pretty good. I like that. Where it was you play as a violinist in a town, and you wake up as the sun is going down, and you have to play the violin based on shapes in based on the stars in the sky, and you're basically just trying to you're basically playing a lullaby to keep a monster who lives under the city asleep. And if you fail, then he wakes up and destroys the city. And I thought, man, that's a fucking cracking idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it did actually look pretty good.
This is gonna be never-ending stairs.
Snake eater. Oh.
Oh.
Live, yeah. Dream.
Sleepy.
A little. These dreams I'm having are really fucking weird. I was like, girl, her head off, and you're outside on the moon. This is the thing, right? It's I'm awake, and I'll think I'm in a dream, and I'll go to sleep, or I'm in a dream, and I'll think I'm awake. Boy, this shit is weird.
So I always joke with Henry that he's still when we were on holiday, somebody gave him too much weed brownie, and he lost his mind for a while. And sometimes I trick him, jokingly pretend that we're still in Portland and he's high. He's like, God, I'm having a weird day. It's like, well, how do you know we're not still in Portland? How do you know this?
God, that would be.
Yeah, because he lost his mind for a few hours.
Could you imagine, you go through 10 years of your life, and then all of a sudden you wake up and it was a dream.
So that Roy,
yeah,
that Roy game in Rick and Morty.
Yeah. But it's the worst of all world, because you just suffered through 10 years of your life.
Yeah.
Assuming it wasn't good. And now you're waking up 10 years younger, which is great. On the other hand, none of that stuff that happened the past 10 years matters, and you have no frame of reference. It's like time traveling, except you don't know what the future is going to hold now.
They've done that to Morty a few times in Rick and Morty, like made him live like long experiences and then take it away from him. I have dreams like that sometimes, where like I have like established these crazily personal, deep relationships with somebody, and I'd be like so invested in their lives and be like so like together, and then I wake up and go, "Fuck, that person doesn't exist."
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel lost for about like like an hour.
I've only had this once, but I did have the dream of like, you know, married in a house and like being at peace, and then waking up and just feeling like such profound loss. It's the dream being over of like, man, that's what it's like to not live in the rat race. Christ. Mine's a real asshole sometimes.
Yeah. Let me know if you want to jump back in.
I'm good.
This is a peculiar one. I haven't been here yet. Like, I thought I'd be bored, but like I'm just like genuinely fascinated by looking at all the stuff. It is like being in an art installation, just waltzing around. It reminds me a little bit about this island. Well, there's a few islands actually, but I went to one of them, of like the southern coast of Japan. These are art islands: Naoshima, Teshima, Shodashima, and each one have these like variety of different installations and various artists are on them. And some of the places you can't take any pictures or anything. You're not allowed to take anything off the island. So there's some art there that you can only ever experience unless you go. And some of the stuff there is actually incredible. Some of the coolest experiences I've had, like seen. Like there's a James Turrell exhibition. I really like Turrell. There that just blew my mind. I was like, whoa, it's fucking sick. He like built this like almost like this actually, like a building like this, but it's pitch black. It's so dark, and when you go in, you're told to like hold hands with the people you go in with, and somebody leads the group in, and you all like skirt the wall and walk along the wall, and like hold the edge of it, and you sit down on this bench, and it's pitch black, and I mean like you can't see a thing. You don't know who's in front of you, and you're told to just sit there, and they leave you there for about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's absolute silence, absolute dark, and like very, very slowly there's this tiny tinkle winkle of music that's like I think it gets piped in. I don't know if it's always there and you just begin to notice it, but actually the room isn't pitch black. It has extremely low lit light, but you only adjust to it over like a long time, so you have to sit there, and eventually when your eyes adjust to the light, you can see like this like almost like thin veil. It almost feels like a foggy veil in the middle of the room, and you can like walk up to it and kind of like look through it, and it's like a landscape on the other side that looks almost otherworldly, and it's through this like weird shimmery thing, and then it just disappears, and it's fucking weird. It's so cool. I don't know how. I was like, this is genius.
Man, that sounds
it was like
a fucking experience.
It was so good. That guy, like, he likes to play a lot with lighting. He like creates different spaces with like manipulates light in certain ways. He's really, really great. I really like it, Turrell. That was so cool. That was really wicked island. I spent like the whole day walking around it, like checking out different arts. They have the art house project and the little abandoned houses that are on the island, and there's just different art installations inside the houses. Bits of artwork just all around, like the bins, the floor, the benches, all over the place. You kind of just explore and find stuff. It was really, really cool.
That sounds pretty rad.
I didn't go to all the islands though. I only went to one of them. You had to get a ferry to each one, and they have like very limited open times because of course they're limited by the ferries. But actually, it's not true. I went to 2, but the other one I went to wasn't one of the main ones. It was a bit more obscure. I could have gone to the other main one, but I wanted to see the weird obscure thing, which was like there's like one tiny museum that was called a yokai museum, and it was all about like this like one guy who'd made this little like 3 hut space filled with these monsters and creatures that he'd make, and it was like imagine like somebody designing the house from Silent Hill and like filling it with like weird creatures in like creepy rooms and like darkly lit spaces.
That sounds like my kind of jam.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What is going on here?
Oh, Japan's rad, man.
I want to go. I do want to go.
They just like know how to like indulge in like that kind of creativity and just like letting people do stuff. I think they have like outside of like the salaryman, they have a certain sense of appreciation for like doing other shit. And having nice stuff rather than just trashing the place.
Sure. I do wonder sometimes if, like, is there ever a way to align ourselves that way in the world? You know, like, what would it take for the UK to be more like that in regards to Japan, in like how you treat the environment around you, and like, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you're not very helpful, are you?
I mean, it's so embedded in their culture. Like that's the thing. It's deeply ingrained. It's expected. It's not necessarily taught. It's expected. It's just like how we experience and kind of have stupid expectations of like, I don't know, what's a British expectation? Something that you feel like you're supposed to do from since you're a kid.
I don't know. Drink tea.
Yeah, I don't know. Go to the pub after work.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, maybe that's probably kind of our culture is like after work drinking.
It's these social expectations that they have built in, and it starts from it being a child. I mean, like in the schools, the kids are the ones who clean.
Sure.
Now, obviously, everything isn't perfect, but there are some aspects I think you could really learn from. Just the fact that like they even have art and music in the streets all the time.
I wonder how much of that is also born out of being such a, like tourist destination. I wonder how much of that kind of becomes like a feedback loop.
Well, I don't know, because I try to avoid as much as I could the bigger tourist traps. And the ones that I did go to were just obnoxious and I hated them. Like when people like talk to me about when they went to Japan, they were like, "Oh, did you do the Mario Kart thing? Did you go to the robot cafe?" I'm like, "No, because that's horseshit. Why would I want to do that?"
I still think that you can be like London, for instance, has all the touristy trap, but I think like art stuff will pop up in the corners because of that.
Oh no, we have incredible art in London. Don't get me wrong. Like that's one of the reasons why I decided to come back and live here. We have incredible art. we have really good spaces, and there's a lot of really great independent stuff going on. Really lots of great independent studios like Camden Theatre and stuff like that. Really, really, really great stuff. It's just not as well threaded, I think, through society. Like it's very separate. It's very like you have to know where to go. You have to be kind of tapped in.
What is going on here?
I don't think it's like the appreciations as well as threaded. Like people would be like, "Oh, you like that stuff? Oh, you're a hipster."
Sure.
I don't know why I like just got it. Counting sheep.
Oh right, yeah. Jeez.
All right, I'm gonna do a couple more. You wanna go?
I've got my fill of this game, to be honest.
Sure. I just want to see if there's a new space.
Sure.
The music's changing.
I wonder how much like if the tracks are very defined or not, or if it's a bit loosey goosey, then it just throws stuff together. Ooh, a bit of fog.
Yeah. Oh, we should read Japanese. But it's not resolution, so great. Very Silent Hilly.
There's that. We probably talked about this before. There's that game. I can't remember if it's on the PS1 or not, where you play a kid in like a rural village in Japan, and you just go out fishing and shit. Like it's kind of a game about a summer vacation that you're not really, but you're not. It's not in service of anything bigger. You're just in this rural village over summer.
Sounds familiar. Jotaro?
Maybe. I feel like it's only in Japanese or something like that. But I remember seeing it got talked about like a bit ago.
I love games with fishing. I love games that have that like chill aspect to it. I haven't played a game like that for a while. Like something like something like
all right, now we're talking.
Stardew Valley.
Oh, sure.
I love those games. There's the Wizard one I want to play, and there's a few I've seen recently a bit like that. There's one like on a boat or something. Never actually getting there this time. Wonder what kind of dreams we're gonna have tonight.
That's a good question. Probably some real fucking weird ones after playing this.
Alright, I'm just gonna see what the next spaces look like.
Okay.
I'll let this day go out. I really spent a lot of time in this place. Splishy, splashy, splishy, splashy. Person's head gonna fall off again, you think?
Maybe they'll be like, "Oh, I fixed my head. Do you like it?" I'm waiting for the bus. Oh.
I am waiting for a bus.
Oh. You'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
I didn't do it. head gonna fall off? The head gonna fall off. Oh, I see. Playing hard to get, are you?
Do the knee move. Do the knee move.
Do the knee move.
There you go. See? Now you're approaching her. You're approaching her. Oh.
Make that subtle...
That subtle graze.
Subtle contact.
You know, that's what Zoom or Microsoft Teams needs. It's not raise your hand. It's for dates of just touch the knee touch button.
Don't be spreading my moves out to the world. Those are closely guarded secrets.
You're gonna is it just gonna be like you when you do the editing for this stream, you're just gonna get cut out like classified top secret.
It's my patented move. I think this weird sequence is a good way to wrap it up. That's jamming, man. It's so awesome.
This game is just this artist like reel of like, hey, I want to make music videos and shit. Like, hire me.
Oh, our parsec dropped.
Oh, did it?
It was getting sick.
Oh shit. See if we can get you back in here with any gusto.
I put the stream volume up so I can just enjoy the psychedelics.
Oh, well, I just paused it. Do you want me to keep it going?
Yeah. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah. Let everyone enjoy it. Thanks for everybody joining our stream. Thanks to our new friends. Thanks for the new people who joined. It was really, really great. Guys stuck with us for a long time. It was a good stream. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, if you are new, check out our other media if you like to. Instagram, Twitter is really just for announcements. Most of the fun stuff's on Instagram. YouTube, of course, got their highlights and sometimes special videos as well, like our Silent Hill one, which is pretty cool. Check that out, I would. And there's the podcast where we review the games we play. If you want to check that out, that's also pretty cool. And tell your friends, tell your lovers, tell your parents, tell your colleagues to come and watch Rolling Retro because we're slightly entertaining at times. Yes. That's good enough, I think.
Yeah, in this world, it's good enough.
That's good enough, I think. That's good enough. Yeah, so I'm going to hit the button and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, people, in case we do go away. And we'll see you next time, if we do go away.
Yeah, probably next week. Probably same time, Friday-ish. Probably.
See ya.